Wait a minute.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I'm going to ask you to pump the brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
We coming for you, nigga.
Had no idea. So that's how I feel right now with you. When I drive to where you live now, I was in LA a few days ago. It's 6 to 7 hours in a car. A lot of it in traffic. And so I do listen to sports radio the majority of the way there. So I have been hearing a lot of LeBron talk, but I have not been hearing about a documentary. Is the documentary following him and his son's journey to be the first father?
No, it's not. It's not about him and his son explicitly. It's about LeBron and his life and his career.
He's literally making the thing himself?
Yes, of course. Yes. This is the era that we're living in, man. Like, every NBA player, former player has their own podcast. Everybody is a content maker. Like,
times.
yes.
Did you say this is a kid times? I need you to just sit me down like I'm a small, mildly retarded child. Explain. Now, I understand about the podcast thing, right? I get that. But he's filming his own documentary about himself. Is this kind of that peak moment where everybody should go, maybe this inverted male gaze, which is just us looking at ourselves in the mirror, asking how beautiful we are, should come to an end now? Or does this make us double down on that?
You know what I think is funny? I think people, this is like well documented. You can go find reports of this. Like, Michael Jordan watched. So let me rewind this back. ESPN had the rights to make and do a Jordan doc for years. And Mike just kept putting it off and blowing him off and putting him off. And like, I don't care. He watched LeBron come back, beat the Warriors. Sorry, Jason, in 2016. Get all of he could see the narrative groundswell around LeBron and this amazing feat, which legitimately Jordan had never pulled off something that miraculous in a final series.
That was crazy.
Right? And he watched LeBron getting all of this shit. And that was the moment he said, fuck it. ESPN, go make that doc so we can remind people who the fuck I am.
Damn.
Literally. And so The Last Dance comes out during the pandemic. Everybody is like actually literally reminded, like, God damn, Michael Jordan was something else.
And kind of a bastard. He was must-see
and a
TV.
bastard. Yes.
Yeah, it was great must-see TV.
He was a fascinating public figure. Just as interesting, compelling, attractive, just balletic. Like, you just can't make this shit up. And I swear to God, Jason, it was around that time that I'm pretty sure LeBron and Netflix decided, LeBron seen The Last Dance response. He's fucking glued to the chatter online. And he was like, yeah, I need to make my Last Dance because my story is fucking compelling too. Which I agree. I just don't think LeBron James should be the one to tell it.
You kind of, I don't know. I've had people say things to me like, oh, your story's kind of interesting. You should write a book. And I'm like, no, I don't think I'm that interesting. And I don't.
Your story is legitimately interesting,
but I don't want to write if someone else wants to write the story,
sure,
you can write the story, right? I don't want to.
Yeah,
right?
That's tough. Yeah, I completely agree.
No,
with
like you. I don't, because I think you're gonna have to be self-indulgent. You might have to over-exaggerate certain aspects of your life, or you give your life to someone in its in its true form, and someone goes, "Can we play up the beatings?" You know what I mean? Can we play up the poverty? Can we play up some aspect of your life so this can work better? And I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. And to be able to feel comfortable in the moment, to be like, we're going to set up a scene so people can really see how I am with my kids. And one of my kids is going to step out of line. I'm gonna talk to him. Let's do that right now. Let's show how much I love my wife right now. Like when you're setting that up yourself, it's kind of this moment that we're in where I don't know if you ever think about shit like this. Maybe I do because I'm just old and shit. Like you see these couples on the internet always showing how zany they are or how in love they are.
It's
Like,
cap.
right? Every aspect of their life is just so
We
cool.
know that's cap,
But
Jason.
it's all content. It's like
Yeah.
you have to create. If you're constantly creating, even if you do this shit, but then you go live stream your meal and I'm gonna stream so long, gotta take shit and do all this other stuff, and we're doing on camera with you. It's like when you bring people in that much of your life, now all of your life is for the camera. So you're purposely living the Truman Show. The Truman Show isn't an atrocity. Is it the goal then? Oh, the Truman Show was a movie with Jim Carrey in the 90s.
You're silly.
I forgot. I'm like, oh, yeah, Watts is like 30 years old.
You're stupid. I know what the hell the Truman Show is, man. I'm old enough to remember seeing Jim Carrey on In Living Color.
Oh, well, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Big Wos, certified black man.
that's right.
But is that where we are? We want to be the Truman Show?
I think LeBron is kind of a special kind of case because he came of age in the internet age.
Yes.
He gets drafted in 2003. Facebook happens when 2004, 2005.
Something like that.
Twitter's 4 years after that, and we're just off to the races. So he's like the first social media mega wattage, super ridiculous star, right? And in Cleveland or Akron, sorry to be more accurate, LeBron was a celebrity since he was 15. Okay, so you're talking about a guy who is a child star,
Yeah.
who grew up in a fishbowl from 15 on. And so that's 20. So basically, he's been doing it longer. He's been living in the fishbowl longer by a shit ton than he wasn't, right?
Yeah.
And so you think this is absurd that he would make this doc. Like, I would argue that to LeBron's side, this is the most natural extension of me as, I produce TV shows for Showtime. I've produced game shows. I've done other documentaries. He co-produced. I don't know if you guys watched that Starting Five documentary on Netflix. It's LeBron, Jason Tatum, Domantas Sabonis, Jimmy Butler, and Ant Edwards. Jimmy Butler and Ant Edwards, actual human beings, pretty interesting guys. Jason Tatum, what he wanted you to know was that he loves basketball, loves his mom, and loves his son. These are the things that we learned about Jason Tatum in this fucking doc. That's what LeBron produced.
Okay.
Right? And so this is the kind of anodyne shit that LeBron has come to think defines athlete empowerment. It's that you control the message about you and you make sure that it's stripped of anything interesting at every single turn. And we're going to talk about this face of the NBA shit later, but I think it's derived. This conversation, I think, it's natural because people don't feel connected to the new crop of stars because they're all descendants and disciples of LeBron's business management. And what does that mean? Be as uninteresting as humanly possible to the public. Be as just stripped down, and all I do is hoop and say the right thing in public. Even when I do say something interesting, you could tell it's fucking made up and contrived. And LeBron just sees it as the natural extension. And what I would say to folks about the LeBron doc, and I'll let you jump in, Jason. I know I'm fucking
No, I'm
yapping a lot.
loving this. I'm sitting back enjoying it. Just please.
If you've seen the O.J. Simpson documentary that ESPN did, which to my mind is the greatest sports documentary of all time, it's one of the best documentaries of all time that I've ever seen. Ezra Edelman did it. O.J. and them O.J. had no influence.
No,
he had no say,
which was problematic.
It was unauthorized.
But I'll let you finish. Okay.
It was unauthorized.
Mm-hmm.
But you can imagine what an OJ Simpson doc
Mhm.
of himself would have been like. And I would just say that like LeBron's doc is not going to be OJ's doc. It's not. It's going to be quite the opposite.